Tonight's episode is brought to you by Feels. Feels has me feeling my best every day, and it can help you too. Become a member today by going to feels.com/CAGcast, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 668. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man whose arms are so tired because he's been doing cartwheels all day, Wombat.
Oh, I get it.
You're happy.
And I know it.
And you're going to show it right now.
Yeah. Sure, why not? It was exciting.
I was happy to see the events of today also.
Yeah. Shipwreck, not so much.
I know.
Yeah.
Because I was working, that was why. I didn't see any of the events because I was working.
Right.
You can put a TV on behind you.
That's not how I accomplish work. There's not any TV watching. There's no game playing. It is, I sit down and I do work.
That sounds boring.
But Lady Gaga, though. Lady Gaga.
I know. I put it on. You know, you get a lunch break. Like, they timed it perfectly. All the exciting stuff happened between like 12 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
You put it on, and
It was
then you
really
go back to
over
work.
by 12, the exciting stuff.
I went to the library over lunch because I needed to return some things. That was my excitement over lunch.
Books? Did you return books?
There was a couple books.
Okay.
I mean, the library offers a vast array of media, Wombat.
I know. Some DVDs.
There were some DVDs.
Kama Sutra.
No. Still, that wasn't due yet.
What's that cup?
That is a Dr. Robotnik
Nice.
pint glass. You might know him as Eggman.
That's yes.
Or
I
Jim
am the
Carrey.
Eggman. They are the Eggmen.
Classy.
Is that glass or metal? It almost looks like metal.
It's glass with a metallic finish.
Oh, okay. It's very fancy.
Only the fanciest of Dr. Robotnik
Mm-hmm.
pint glasses.
Too rich for my blood. I'll say that much.
Right. That's an interesting Venn diagram right there. Sonic fans, craft beer lovers, and I don't know. What's the third
It's
one?
just got one little dot in the center, and it's just shipwreck.
Shipwreck.
I'm pretty sure. No, this didn't come from Target. I think this was FYE, maybe? That no longer exists in our
I was
mall.
saying, going out of business sale at FYE?
Mrs. Shipwreck, she went to the mall this week just because it was cold outside and she goes and walks.
We do that every weekend.
Okay. So she went to walk around our mall, and our mall was already on the way out. It's not the mall that has the Apple store in it, right? It's not the high end.
It's got the Microsoft store.
The dirt mall,
Right.
as they say in mall rats.
No, I like the dirt malls are thriving.
Samsung store, sorry.
This is the mall that had the Sears as the cornerstone.
Right.
So she was walking around in there, and I just telling me oh, FYE is gone. Oh, this is gone. Oh, this is gone. And she's like, oh, there's a new game store. I'm like, really? For some reason in this mall, since we've lived in this particular area of town, which is, I don't know, been 15 years, something like that. That mall has had, I want to say this is the 6th game store that has been in that mall in 15 years. They come and go.
Right, because everybody has a dream that they're going to be the one to run that indie game store, and we can actually make money off it. And it's so hard.
We currently have 2 of them in the same mall now.
Right.
Because the last one hasn't gone out of business yet. It hasn't finished going out of business yet.
In the bad mall.
In the bad mall.
In the sketch
yeah.
mall. That's the mall where people
it's a fine
leave their...
mall. It's
Right.
just, it's not every city, it seems like now. New York's different, obviously.
No, we
but
got those too. We got the same ones.
But,
We got
but
the
every
premium malls, and then you got
the premium mall.
the mall that hasn't gotten
Yeah, no,
renovated in a while.
there's 3, almost 4 levels of mall. There's the nice mall, the one that you want to go to.
I love malls, by the way. Can I just say I love malls?
Yeah, I know. I love malls.
Shout out
too.
to malls.
There's I need to get something, but I don't want to go to the big mall, so I'm gonna go to this mall instead because it has the store I want, but it's not the best mall.
You have too many mall options. I don't think most people have as many.
And
I
then
don't
there-
think that
and then
tier
there's-
exists here.
And then
Yeah.
there's this used to be a mall, and now it's like 3 stores.
Right.
I think that the second tier there, does that always include a mini golf course in it?
No, that's the top tier for us.
Oh,
That's like this is like a renegade. You're talking about the renegade mini golf.
The Roosevelt Field Mall is our top tier mall.
Right. It's one of the biggest
middle
malls
tier,
in the country.
middle tier mall would be the Broadway Mall. That's the one that has the round 1 in it.
Yes.
You were in that mall.
Oh, see that one seems like that's. I feel like
That's
first
the mall that has a Target as the end cap.
Yeah, so that's like top tier there.
Oh, it's too small to be a top tier mall.
That's
for
the mall
Long
that
Island.
honestly
it's just
I
size
prefer.
wise. That size wise, it's not the top tier.
Yeah. And then there's the Massapequa Mall, which has I think 1 store left in it.
I don't even know that mall. That's not Sunrise Mall, right?
That's the Sunrise Mall.
Oh,
yeah.
Sunrise Mall.
Sunrise
okay.
Mall.
Yeah,
Massapequa.
I've spent a lot of time at Sunrise Mall and Roosevelt Field.
Yeah,
Roosevelt
that
Field's
used
nice.
to be a great mall. It is no longer a great mall, although they just sold it for $35 million.
Right.
To
You don't
Epic,
spend $35 million and do nothing.
Right.
I guess I don't know. We have a fantastic empty mall here. Like, I think it has 2 stores. It has a Bass Pro Shops and a Kohl's left in it. And
Those
it
are
was-
quality stores, though.
I love those stores.
Yeah, but they're just like attached to the outside of the mall, right? Like
Yeah.
it's this huge sprawling inside of the mall that I don't even know what's in there anymore. Like it used to be huge. It used to have like nightclubs. It had
Whoa.
the miniature golf course, but it had like a giant it had rides and stuff. I don't know if it had a giant Ferris wheel or not, but it had like a Ferris wheel. It was like a Rube Goldberg contraption with basketballs and everything. And it had like an awesome arcade and movie theaters. It was like a ridiculous mall. And now it's just a huge empty monstrosity here in the city.
Right. Sad. No, that's sad. I like those I like all malls. I like good malls. I like shitty malls. I even like the malls that have gone out of business and they have the pictures of the ghost malls.
Mhm.
Like those
I
are
love
awesome.
those are cool.
I
I've
love
never
all
been to the
malls.
Mall of America or the other one in New Jersey,
Right.
America's Mall. I don't know, similar sounding name.
I've been to malls in Japan, Guam,
I've been to malls in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Philippines had a good mall.
I've been to the Monroeville Mall, which is where they filmed. Was it Dawn of the Dead? Was filmed in the Monroeville Mall.
Right.
I've been to the Mall of Murder in Memphis.
That's a name.
That
A
was
mall?
what it was
Of people who were murdered there.
known by the locals as, yes.
Maybe Guam didn't have a mall. Now that I think about it. Yeah, you don't want to go to. That's where Batman's parents died, right? You're seeing a movie at the AMC at the Murder Mall.
in the Murderers Mall. It's like, I
Um,
need to go to Hot Topic. Let's leave this theater.
right.
What was the mall that we had the CAG together at many years ago?
That was the Source Mall.
That's gone.
That's long gone.
What's in there now? Anything?
They had a Circuit City.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it had the Cheesecake Factory.
It
That's
had
still there.
KB Toys and a Circuit City and a the Sega arcade thing.
We're doing
What's
this
Yeah.
that
too
called?
long.
Dave and Buster's.
No, it wasn't a Dave and Buster's, was it?
It was.
Oh, it was? I was thinking it was the Sega version of it.
No, it
Even
was Dave and
Buster's is
Buster's.
still there,
GameWorks.
though, isn't it?
I think that might actually still be there.
I think that's the only thing that survived.
The Cheesecake Factory is still there.
Right. We're always going to eat giant portions
Yep.
of unhealthy food. So
The
that's-
Cheesecake Factory here is in our premium mall.
Yes.
Well, the Source Mall was supposed to be the premium mall, but things don't always go as planned. It also had a Rainforest Cafe for a long time. Do you remember that? Chibi?
Never made it
Cafe?
to a Rainforest Cafe.
It was not very good, but it was in that mall, so
But
I
you
ate
could
it.
wait a long time to
I
get
loved
in.
Rainforest Cafe.
It was weird.
But did you have to wait an hour to get in?
Pretty much.
That's how. Yeah,
It
you would
just
go. You would go
depends.
do something else, maybe.
Not towards the end, you didn't have to wait an hour to get in.
Right. Let's. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't feel too bad about missing out on that.
Okay, I think we've talked enough about malls.
I love
think,
malls. My dream.
I know.
Can I tell you my dream?
To open a mall?
No. My dream is to open up a ping pong club inside a mall. That would be my dream.
Plenty of availability. Right
There
now.
is actually, but I don't think we've got quite. I'm not sure, but like I don't think we've quite reached the rent levels of cheap enough for ping pong. But maybe that would be my dream. All right, what do we got here, Wombat? Coke box? You back on the cocaine again?
I'm back on the coke. I
found
got
the
my first Coca-Cola Insiders box.
Is
of
that
the
why
new
your hair
year.
looks like that?
I know it's a little crazy today. At least I got it. Yeah, I got my first Coca-Cola Insiders box of 2021.
Yes.
I subscribed again. In fact, I got an early. They let me in early. Like they sent emails to people who did it last year. Like, oh, you could sign up a week before everyone else. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Boop 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 boop. Take my money. And I got. What did I get this month?
$5 Amazon gift card.
No gift cards. That was the Arby's box, which is
right.
still the superior box. Like, I wish they did it again. I wish.
My dream is opening up a ping pong club in a mall, and Wombat's is Arby's box coming back.
The Arby's box was a steal. But anyway, it had a Coca-Cola branded fanny pack.
What are you gonna do with that?
I have no idea. Coca-Cola playing cards.
Why aren't you wearing it right now? Is the question.
I should be wearing it.
Right. What's happening?
A retro-styled can of Coca-Cola.
Okay.
A Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee that was Girl Scout cookie Samoa flavored. That was really good. Some Powerade that I haven't had. And High C, but not like boxes, like those little thin pouches that you pour into one water bottle.
With the Crystal Lights.
Right.
Yeah, like Crystal Light, but High C.
It's the least valuable version of that.
The High C was not very good, to be honest. But the Coca-Cola was good because it's Coca-Cola. And the iced coffee was very good.
When is your it also included a virtual workout with Desmond Howard?
Oh, yeah, I got that email today, actually. It's on the 27th, if you want to know when it is. Do you want my invitation, or should I just
No, I
log
want
in
you to
myself?
go. I want you to go.
It also includes
live
a
stream it.
private...
You should live
I get
stream
a
it.
Q&A with him as well. I could ask him all sorts of questions. Like,
gotta do that.
Who are you and why should I be interested?
Are you also a big fan of these Coke boxes? What's your
Why aren't you
favorite?
LeBron?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Well, I'm glad that you're getting your subscription boxes still during the pandemic. Everything.
Well,
At
they
least that's
canceled
coming
it
through.
last year, and they had to give me a refund.
Oh man, they
So-
managed to string one together for 2021. At least
yeah.
one.
At least one. We'll see. There's only 3, so it's not like it's... which is also kind of a bummer.
Right. Well, good luck. First world
Thank you.
problems.
Exactly. Let that be the biggest problem I have all year.
Right. Should we do some show feedback?
Sure.
By the way, this feedback is so negative.
It was all negative last week.
Okay.
All of it.
I don't even think you should read it. Because I don't think you should. I don't think these people should.
How about I don't give the guy's name? Anonymous listener says, Wombat, if you toned it down a bit, you could be a real asset to the CAGcast. Have you ever considered just being less yourself? Consider it. You're funny and obviously intelligent. There's no need to be annoying too. Lots of grammar errors in this also
Right.
for the
Signed,
listener.
Mom. Yeah, I mean, it's
I
funny,
think
but like, what does
I
that
think-
even mean? That's
I don't know.
nonsense.
I like to think that I'm already a real asset to the. After 15 years, I think I've established asset.
Right. And the next one is the same concept, I feel. Like,
Yeah.
you can offer constructive criticism without being a dick about it. Why can't, just because we're communicating via the internet, it doesn't mean that you need to be a dick about it. You could just state the criticism and say thank you. Like, here.
I love the show. I just wish you weren't on it.
Like that. And even the next one is like, I mean, should I just paraphrase this one or read? I don't
This is
even know.
paraphrased, but I'll do it again. Yeah, this one is also because this was the big complaint from last week.
And to tell you
that-
the truth, before you even read this, I agree. And even before that, I saw you put this on the outline, I've already decided to make changes ahead of reading this. So just reading this made me like annoyed. But go ahead.
So basically, the complaint is that
He
all
was
three
reading
of
the
us.
chat. He was reading the chat right there. You motherfucker. Go ahead, Wombat. Read it. Go
Basically,
ahead.
the problem is what I wasn't.
Oh, you
I was
weren't?
waiting
Okay.
for you to finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
How dare you? I
Go
don't
ahead.
have.
Shipwreck was laughing first.
Yeah, I'm like I don't. I'm reading the outlines right here.
Okay.
Again, we've already established
Sorry.
this. If I'm
Yes.
looking this way, I'm
Okay.
looking at the
Anyway, it doesn't
outline.
matter. The guy
This way is the
comments.
chat.
You don't have to read it. I don't even want you to read it. The guy is saying basically we get distracted when we look at the chat to the detriment of the people who aren't watching the show live. That's how you phrase it as a normal person. This guy is saying fucking, I'm assuming, or shack-fooing. I don't know if that was like an autocorrect or what. I mean, like in the forums. But he's like, you know, focus on what's kept us here for 700 episodes, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a way to be nice about it, and there's a way to be like a dick about it. And just because you're on the internet doesn't mean you need to be a dick about it. Like, Ship, when you went to the store to return, you had to return some stuff today to the mall?
No,
Or
I
something?
returned stuff to the library.
To the library. Okay, well, I thought you'd get a product you had to return.
This is a perfect example of what they're talking
I
about.
know. We already talked about you went to the library. I made jokes about it
Well,
and everything.
I heard that you returned something, that you had to
Sure.
return something, and you went
Sure.
to go somewhere. So let's say instead of the library, you went to Best Buy to return some headphones. You wouldn't say like, hey, these fucking headphones sucked. I'd like my money back. You would just say, oh, you know, can I get my money back? Because you're in person. You're not being an asshole. Anyway,
Some people, I want to break this to you.
yes.
Some people are assholes in real life as well.
But I feel like you're more inclined to be one on the internet. That's all. And you're more inclined to get outraged by stuff when you're doing it over the internet. And, you know, the point is perfectly good, but it gets lost when you kind of a dick about it. That's what I'm saying. That being said, I decided before even seeing this feedback that I'm not going to run that software that I'm using to try to pick the comments out of the chat and put them on, because it's too hard to focus on everything and do that. So we're going to put that on hold for a while. But I can always get like someone else to do that. If someone in the chat who's with us like every week or so often, I can give you a job that you're not going to get paid for. So get ready. Anyway, I think we can move on now.
Are we done?
We have some more fake outrage later to get to.
I know. Let's talk about stuff that we watched.
Yes, let's get outraged about that.
Watch this, boys.
Boys.
Boys. So we all watched the same thing.
I know. Because
It's
it's not
fun
on
and exciting.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We all watched some WandaVision.
All of it.
Yeah, both episodes. I mean, we already know how we all felt about it. So spoiler alert, we all liked it.
Yes.
Which is also kind of crazy in itself. The unanimous thumbs up consensus.
It's not that odd when something's good and we all like it.
Yes, it is. That never happens.
What
Usually there's a lot of split decisions.
I feel like if something is genuinely good, we like it.
No, GP hates everything, remember?
That's not true.
He hated Endgame.
Did I?
He hated Infinity War.
I don't remember that happening at all.
He hated the first Avengers movie.
No, I think I liked all those movies.
He doesn't even like that. He didn't like both Spider-Man movies.
That's not true at all.
He hated everything.
No.
Yes.
No.
He
Only
hated-
Mandalorian I hated.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I liked Mandalorian. I Mandalorian.
I finished that Wombat, so you don't have to worry about spoiling that for me anymore.
The end of the last episode of The Mandalorian I thought was stupid. There, I said it. I know everyone thought it was the greatest thing since Swiss cheese, but I thought it was the dumbest thing I've seen
Wait, we're
in
supposed to be
100
talking
years.
about WandaVision.
If we could talk about Mandalorian for just a second, though, because I haven't talked about it since I finished
Fine.
watching it.
Fine.
We're taking a quick side.
Nobody mentioned WandaVision at all yet.
No, we'll
That didn't
get back
happen.
to that. We'll get back to that.
Rewind. Ready? See what I did there? See what I did
The
there?
second,
You're supposed to go no,
No,
and
sorry,
then
thank you.
everything.
the second season of Mandalorian, I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
it was a little bit too much of, hey, here's all these people that people know.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't disagree with you at all.
It was just it was like maybe we don't need like every other character that they meet to be somebody that is pre-existing.
Because I think it's good now, but I think if you overdo it now, then it has to become more later, and that's going to be even worse.
Yeah. I mean, I get why they do it. It's just like it was a little bit like the first season. There weren't a whole lot of like pre-existing characters that we met. Right? There's a couple
the first
sprinkled
season
in,
was
but
mostly here's a whole bunch of new characters.
In fact, it was a fake out because you thought like, oh, I guess we're just gonna have all new characters on this show.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't read, like I mean,
And
maybe
I agree with you. I really like the second season a lot.
it's
but
fantastic still.
yeah.
It's just like that's my one little like, all right, it started to feel like a little bit like, okay, who's the guest star for this week?
Mm-hmm.
What's going
robots.
on?
Different robots are the guest stars. Also,
I'm fine with that.
they're bad though. They're not good quality products. It's like the thing.
So that's if we're gonna talk about robots.
Yeah, they're bad robots.
Why did they pretty much invent the perfect robot in episode 1 where they shot enormous cannons and had force fields that lightsabers couldn't penetrate, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did they make those for like a very short period of time? And now they're like, we made robots that can punch. We said, no, we don't want the force fields and the giant cannons that make the Jedis run away.
We blame the bureaucracy.
We want guys who punch.
Bureaucracy. Probably like some guy's cousin owns a factory with the punching robots. He gets a good deal, and then this guy skims off the top. It's like a whole thing, and they wind up with this like basically shitty forces. And if they just had competent leadership, they would probably be kicking ass right now. But instead, like, you know,
get the force field guy on the phone.
They should have hired Whiplash from Iron Man 2 because he knows that drones are better.
How would you even remember that?
I've seen that movie about 1,000
Wombat
times.
watches that movie every week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's like a fine movie, but
No, Iron Man 2 is amazing.
okay.
Iron Man 2 is
I
amazing.
watched it recently. I mean, like in the last couple of years. I mean, it was
Drones better.
right. I remember that.
Yeah. Mhm. He knows.
He knows.
Anyways,
Are we done with
speaking of
Mandalorian?
Iron Man.
Wait, Chip, one last thing before we're done with Mandalorian.
Oh,
You
my
didn't have any
goodness.
problem with Mando's like bad decisions in the second season where he just like
I think that's part of his character.
Yeah, me
he's-
too.
he's a
Yeah, see, I'm
flawed-
with I'm pointing down. I don't know
Okay,
where he is
okay.
in this
That's
stream,
fine.
but Shipwreck and I are on the same page.
fine.
with
You're on the same
Mandalorian.
screen.
Yep.
I think that's just his character flaw.
He forgets to lock the door sometimes, and like
He's got a lot going on.
he gets sleazy.
He's trying
gotta-
to
he
raise a
hasn't-
toddler.
He's
Like,
raising a child alone. He is a single parent
Right.
of a small child.
I understand. Okay, I don't want to. I'm looking forward to the next season, especially on my new TV. Let's move on to WandaVision.
WandaVision. Did you know that Dick Van Dyke consulted on the making of the first 2 episodes of WandaVision?
I didn't even know he was still alive.
Dick Van Dyke is still alive, and he was a consultant on the show.
They did a good job.
I know.
making it
I
look
thought
like an old
that
show.
was kind of a smart thing to do.
Right.
I think this show is very clever. I think I really liked what they did. Having read too many comic books, I know where a lot of things are going. I think. Maybe I'm
Maybe.
wrong.
it's pretty open ended right now, right?
Yeah, it could
It
go,
could go
many,
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 3 different directions it could go in based on different storylines, but they're all 3 of them are very good, so I'm okay whichever direction they go in.
This show reminds me. I don't think any of you guys watched this show. I think it got canceled, so literally nobody, not enough people watched it. Legion, that was on.
Yeah, no, it reminded me of Legion a lot too.
Did you watch? You watched some of Legion? Or
I
all of
watched
it?
most of it. I never finished it, but yeah, that
It's like a family friendly version of that.
version, yeah, that first episode of Legion has a lot of similarities to this.
And the powers, I think, of the characters are similar in that they are able to manipulate reality and stuff. So you can get like a very surreal TV show out of it. And Legion was you didn't stick around long enough, Wombat, but it got insane. It went just completely insane, and to the point where it's pretty difficult to follow what's going on. And WandaVision obviously is meant for a broader audience, so it's not going to go quite that far. But I can see already it's similar in that way. But
it's got a nice level of uncomfortableness to it,
and
right?
humor, and a lot of
Right?
humor.
Yeah.
It's got a little. It's that thing where it's like everything on its surface seems like it should be normal, but you know it isn't, and you can kind of feel it, which is hard to do, and they pull it off. I think a lot of it is, as Cheapy mentioned in the chat to us, the acting in it is very good.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
like what's the
Paul
guy's name?
Bettany is very
I think
good.
he's so happy that he doesn't have to have the makeup on, like for most of it at least. That he's like, hey, look, I have a whole face that can show emotion, and I think he's like a serious actor.
Yes, he is he's a frivolous actor.
I mean, I think he's like a Shakespeare. Was he like a Shakespearean actor? Or
I don't know,
maybe that's
probably.
something else. I don't know.
He's married to Jennifer Connelly,
That's
so he's got
serious.
that going for him.
Anyway, yeah, I appreciate the humor of it. It doesn't feel like Marvel humor. I
don't know what that
It just
means.
feels unique. It feels very unique because
I think this is what you could do with television versus a film.
Yeah.
Because and also I like that they didn't make each one of these episodes an hour long.
That's the beauty of Disney Plus so far, right? Like, I haven't been subscribed to Netflix for a while, but Disney doesn't seem to care how long their episodes are.
They
Like,
shouldn't.
It's just like, okay, we wrapped this one up in 26 minutes, guys.
Right.
We're good. Next one's like 48. One after
Right.
that'll be like 35 minutes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No,
Like,
they write a script. They try to write I assume the best script that they can, and whatever that comes in at, like that's how the Mandalorian seemed to work. Whatever it comes in at, there you go. That's what it is. This week's 47 minutes. Next week's going to be 54 minutes, and that's what we got.
Right.
Yeah.
Ty, you watching with your family or just solo?
Yeah, we watched it as a group. Everyone except for the preteen hermit.
She doesn't want to. She wants no part.
She wants no part of anything that involves anyone.
Right. Chip's kids are too young.
Yeah, Elliot was like, "Yeah, I have to watch this."
Right.
Yeah,
and he loved it.
He loved it. Yeah, Ty liked it too.
Yeah.
I don't think there's not enough action in it for them to be interested in it, right?
Yeah, they would be confused. But we all liked it, all three of us. Big
Awesome.
fans. What else you watching?
Mrs. Cheapy is making me watch all these true crime things, and they just keep making new ones. Every week there's a new one.
It's very popular with women of a certain age.
Why? Well, Mrs. Cheapy actually wanted to be a
Marine biologist.
serial killer. No, she wanted to be, what do you call those? Forensic
Scientist?
scientists or something? Forensic.
I think we all did.
And she actually went to school for it, but then she wound up not doing it, I guess.
Pretty sure she didn't end up doing
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Like, but she started like taking the classes and like doing some of the stuff. Like, anyway, so Night Stalker. We started watching Night Stalker on Netflix. That's about the serial killer.
The Night Stalker?
In L.A. in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another Netflix like really well done series where they've got interviews with the cops, like all new interviews with the cops who were on the case, and just like crazy footage, like so much footage. It's too bloody for me because there's like a lot of crime scene footage. I cover up a lot. I just close my eyes or put my hood up when that stuff comes because I don't need to see all of it. Like I can just like I blink and take it in a little bit at a time, but it's really well done, and I don't know. I somehow we keep watching this thing, and it doesn't keep me up at night at all somehow. So, Night Stalker, it's a good one if you're into this true crime stuff.
Well, do you know where the Night Stalker lived?
I don't want to hear because I'm watching the series right now.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway because it's
in the
what I
Hollywood
watched.
sign.
He lived in the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles.
Okay.
I know that because I watched the special about the Cecil Hotel done by the paranormal investigators on Discovery Plus.
Oh, great.
It was 80 minutes of guys with flashlights in the Cecil Hotel.
You just watching Discovery Plus because you gotta have it now, basically?
You know what? We had it. I have it, yes. And I put it on and I'm like, how? This has got to be. Because did you ever see the footage of the woman? She's like in an elevator and she's acting all weird. And then she disappeared. And then they found her 5 days later in the water tank on the top of the hotel. It was like a big internet thing when it happened. Well, this was that hotel.
I missed that one.
Over like the last 100 years, I think over 30 people have died in the hotel of various reasons, whether it be suicide or murder.
Is it like a cheap hotel?
Yeah, super cheap looking.
Right.
And the Night
That's
Stalker
probably
lived
why.
there. And
I'm
another,
thinking it's that and not like,
yeah,
you know.
2 serial killers lived in that hotel at 2 different times.
Right.
So and they go around and they tell all this, all the ghost stories with the lights off. So that's kind of creepy enough. The paranormal element of it is fairly stupid, where it's like they'll hear a noise and they'll be like, "Oh my god, that was a ghost!" Like, I'm pretty sure that was the pipes. That was a ghost.
Right. Shut up. We're making a TV show here. It's
Yeah,
definitely a ghost.
But it was an
Why are
entertaining
you
show.
watching that, Wombat? You could be watching Night
What?
Stalker.
Nah, that's too bloody. This is like you get the same same background and history, but
Less
then
blood.
you have people doing silly things, and it's sort of more my
But
speed.
you're not getting the like inside the mind of a serial killer. You're not learning
I
about
don't need to get
your
inside
fellow
the mind.
humans and how fucked up they are.
Yeah, no, I don't need that.
You don't want to know about that?
No. You know what I did watch though?
No.
I watched 2 more things. I watched too much. I watched a lot over the weekend.
I'm shocked.
I know. I'm sort of because I don't have games to play.
If only there was a table tennis club inside a shopping mall near you.
I know. Seriously. I watched Justice League Dark Apocalypse War on HBO Max.
Is that a new one or have I seen that?
That is one I don't think you've seen. It's fairly new.
It's got a lot of words that are thrown together there.
I know. It's like
I'm gonna look
refrigerator magnet, DC refrigerator magnets. Yeah. It's got it stars Constantine and he has to team up with Superman to stop Apocalypse.
I can't remember.
There was
Probably
another
not.
Justice League Dark movie where Constantine teams up with Batman.
I saw that one.
Yeah, this is not that one. This is where he teams up with
They're all pretty
Superman.
good. Like even the bad ones are like they're pretty good.
Yeah.
How was this one?
This one's not bad.
See?
It's rated R.
Yeah.
It's a rated R one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those. Those are pretty
Yeah,
good.
I know.
mean,
So
they're pretty good.
there's some laughably gory parts to it
Right.
because it's a cartoon, so gore in cartoons is laughable.
Sure.
Yeah. I would say it's up to you if you would let Ty watch it with you or not. I think it would be fine
I
for
would. I don't
him.
care.
Yeah, I think you and Ty would. I think you and Ty would probably laugh watching it because at some parts it's so dumb.
Right.
And
I'm
so I
trying
would
to
recommend
decide
it for that.
How old Ty needs to be before we can watch RoboCop together. I think he's
That's
getting there.
I think it's getting close.
You have like the guy doing coke off the hookers' breasts.
You know what he's probably old enough for? We'll get to this later though. Is Predator.
Predator? Yeah, I'm not interested in Predator that much.
What
I
is
never.
it?
I mean, it was okay. Like, it never like captured my imagination.
Very good movie.
I know, but it just didn't capture my imagination like
I'm just saying
RoboCop
it's a very
did.
good movie. Anyway, I also watched. Speaking of crap, the last thing I watched over the weekend was Outside the Wire,
What
the
is
movie that stars the Falcon. What's his name? Why am I blanking on it? Falcon.
Anthony Daniels. No, Anthony.
No, Anthony Mackie.
Mackie.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anthony Daniels is C-3PO.
C-3PO, yeah.
It's you know what? It would have been a better movie.
It wasn't good. That's a Netflix special. Right?
That's the new Netflix original action movie from the
Is that
same
their-
people that brought you The Old Guard and Extraction comes Outside the Wire.
Are you gonna watch every week they put out a new movie? Are you gonna watch every movie?
Only if in the trailer a lot of stuff blows up. Because if I'm sitting alone on the couch and it's Saturday and it's like 9:00 and I don't have any game to play because I finished Assassin's Creed, I'm gonna be like, okay, this looks stupid enough to lull me to sleep.
I watched the like they have that trailer where they advertise their 52 weeks of movies
Yeah,
or whatever.
Right.
I
of
watched
them.
that and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to see any of this. This all just looks like stuff that's being made because Netflix needs to
Can.
put out content.
Most of it, yeah. Oh, this is definitely one of those. Anthony Mackie plays a super soldier.
Quite a
It's
stretch.
Yeah, and some guy, a drone pilot who disobeyed a direct order, is forced to be his subordinate, and they have to go and I don't know stop the war. I'm not going to give away the twist.
Uh-oh.
There is
They
a
don't
twist.
stop the war.
Oh my! It's so bad. It actually is really bad.
I think releasing a new movie every week, only they're just going to get better with quality every week.
Is that how it
That's what I'm
works?
thinking. Like it's got maybe that's how they're doing it. They're ramping up.
It's the same director each time. He's
Mhm.
making like a lot of movies.
It's the same movie each time.
Oh,
They
God.
just tweak it a little bit.
The
So
old
what did
guard
work?
was so bad. It was so
I like the old guard.
bad.
I like
So
the old
bad.
guard.
I almost canceled Netflix after watching that.
That's a
I said
lie.
Chip might be onto something. I may need to protect my family.
The old guard is better than Outside the Wire.
Oh. The old guard was so bad that I couldn't stop thinking about how bad it was for at least 2 weeks. That's how
Anthony
bad it
Mackie
was.
plays a robot that says the F word every 3 seconds.
Does he talk like this?
No, it's not like,
Oh.
hey, soldier,
Fuck this
why don't you
shit.
go fuck yourself? No, it's not. But
He's a nerdy robot too.
yeah. Hey there, where are my fucking guns? I am a fucking robot.
Clavin.
Fuck you, army man.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Is that all this junkie stuff?
I
we
was the
watched?
fucking Falcon. Give me some fucking respect.
He's got a new show though coming out, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
On
there's
Yeah.
a
Disney.
Falcon.
Falcon,
Falcon
the
and
Winter
the
Soldier.
Snowman or something.
Falcon and the Snowman. Yes.
Yes.
I wonder, I'd watch that.
Hmm.
Are you sure he just wasn't saying Falcon every time?
I was the Falcon. Falcon.
No. Where's my Falcon gun? You
Where's
weren't just
my
saying
Falcon? Where's my Falcon gun?
Get out of my Falcon way, you Falcon asshole. All right. Are we done with Watch This, boys? Oh, there's some news. There's news. The Muppet Show is coming to Disney Plus.
Mhm.
It's time to.
Get Disney Plus.
I have it already.
I know. Yeah, next month.
Right.
It's exciting.
Yep.
There's a lot of great episodes. I know I'm gonna watch the Harry Belafonte episode first. That is not sarcasm.
I didn't think it was at all.
Hmm.
I don't think anybody who listens to the show thought you were kidding in any way.
That is by far the best episode of the Muppet Show.
I have no feelings about the quality of various Muppet Show episodes. I remember
Right,
watching
some-
them as a boy and being entertained.
Some
very
people are going to tell
entertained.
you it's the Star Wars episode,
I
but I'm
remember
telling you
those
right
being
now,
very entertaining.
the best episode from an artistic standpoint,
Ooh,
Harry Belafonte.
Okay.
Okay.
I will watch that with the fam. I'll try.
Genuine art.
We went to the Museum of the Moving Image has that Jim Henson exhibit. They're closed now because of the pandemic, but it's a great exhibit. And if you're in the area, I recommend checking that out.
And
When they
when the
reopen.
pandemic's over.
Yeah, once they reopen.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go to the 2001 Space Odyssey exhibit and enjoy that as well, because that came to the museum and I was like so excited. I made Ty and we all watched the movie and pandemic. All right, Wombat. I think it's your time to.
I know it's time to talk about our friends over at Feels.
Yes.
Cheapy,
Yes.
do you experience stress or have anxiety or chronic pain or have trouble sleeping at least once a week? You are not alone. Many of us do. Personally, I also have trouble sleeping. I don't like the fact that I have trouble sleeping. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world, although things are hopefully better in many ways. But I was searching for anything that would help, and then I discovered Feels. Feels is a premium CBD delivered directly to your doorstep. Feels naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. I take Feels before I go to bed. It helps me relax and calm down and finally get to sleep. It's actually kind of a lifesaver for me. You just place a few drops of Feels under your tongue.
Wait, let me
and feel the
demonstrate. Let me
difference within
demonstrate. Hold on.
minutes.
I'm gonna demonstrate. Hold on.
Okay. That's creepy. The thing to remember about CBD is that finding your right dose is important and that everyone's dose is different. So leave room to experiment over the course of a week or so. You may need to take more or less to get the effects you're after. If you're new to CBD, Feels offers a free CBD hotline to help guide your personal experience. Feels works naturally to help you feel better. There's no high, no hangover, or addiction. Join the Feels community to get Feels delivered directly to your door every month. You'll save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel at any time. Feels has me feeling my best every day, and it can help you too. Become a member today by going to feels.com/CAGcast, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's FEALS.com/CAGcast to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. That's feels.com/CAGcast.
Hey now. Time for new releases.
Yes. GP, I bet you've been playing some Hitman 3.
I played some Hitman 3. I have to say.
So you went out and bought Hitman 3?
I got a review code for Hitman 3.
Oh.
It just happened to show up in my timeline. The opportunity presented itself in my Twitter timeline.
Nice.
So I jumped on it, and I got a PC code, and I streamed it today. I streamed it this afternoon.
And
it's definitely Hitman. It's more, if you like Hitman...
More Hitman than a Hitman?
This is the Hitmaniest Hitman that has been released in quite a few Hitmans. They've managed to combine several Hitmans into one Hitman package.
What, an Uber Hitman?
They've remastered some of the previous Hitman levels, and they've redone the AI for those levels, and it looks pretty good, I gotta say. It does look pretty good. I had some issues streaming it today. I think sometimes when the game first comes out, like, they gotta iron out some couple bugs that happen when you're trying to stream the game at the same time when you play it. But when I wasn't streaming it, I got very excellent performance. And it, people in the chat were pretty blown away by some of the graphics. Like the first level takes place in, I think it was in Dubai, and you're in this like huge tower. And there's like a balcony that's you're like on the 90th floor or some shit. And it's like
nobody falls off, do they?
I totally, it was awesome. This guy. So I'm supposed to kill this VIP guy. And I take out his personal guard, like when he's not looking. And then I get the job as his new personal guard. Okay.
That was quick.
Yeah. I find out who his replacement is. Did you have good references? I find out who his, yes, I literally find out his replacement and steal his references and then give it to the guy, give it to the security, show up. And then the guy's like, all right, come over here. And he's on like this roof deck. He's like, you need to prove your knife skills for me. And he's got this elaborate target system set up on this, like the 90th floor of this roof deck on this skyscraper.
So part of the interview is proving your knife skills?
In the middle of this party, there's a huge party going on.
That was last week's episode.
There's in the middle of this huge party. It's out on this balcony, on this huge office building. It's like having the party at the World Trade Center or some shit. Like, it's ridiculously huge. He's like, come out here. I have these swinging targets. He goes to get this knife out of the thing so he can test my knife skills on these swing targets. And I just killed him right there and then just dumped him off the side of the building. I didn't even have to do the knife test.
Wow.
And then
Talk about cheating the system. Then what? The level ends?
The game was crashing. Every time I tabbed out, the game would crash. So I would recommend not tabbing out while you're playing the game on PC for right now. Maybe it's just my graphics card. I don't know. But other than that, if you like Hitman, I think you're going to have a really good time. Yeah, is this like
the other Hitman where it has all the previous levels in it too?
Yeah. But you have to, you can import them if you have...
I have Hitman 1 and 2.
Oh, and you can import your progress in. But I don't... Yeah. I'm not exactly sure how it works on consoles. I know on PC it works, but I know that it's also not quite working as well. But I loaded up some of the older levels, like the levels from the last game. The first one with that modern house on the beach. Because
I was saying the beach level. I love that level.
Yeah, because I remember like how cool it looked, and so I loaded it up on the PC, and it looks like ridiculous. Like I was like, ah. So I got to check that out. I didn't have time to really play through that one, but I just loaded it up, just walked towards the house, and the lighting and everything was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So Hitman 3, like if you did not like Hitman before, this is not going to change your mind. It's if anything, like you'll like it less maybe because like this level was big and like there's a lot going on. But if you've had an interest in Hitman before, I think this seems to be like the ultimate Hitman.
Good.
That's my Hitman preview after only playing like an hour or two.
Yeah, it just came out. Just came out today.
Yeah.
Also out this week, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game, complete edition.
What makes it complete?
I think it has all the DLC and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's important because that game disappeared, right? It went went in limbo for years here, and everybody was up in arms because they wanted to play the Scott Pilgrim game.
Everybody.
Limited Run sold a ridiculous amount of games of this Scott Pilgrim for pre-order. The pre-orders are still open, but I want to say they sold like 35,000 copies over a weekend.
That's awesome.
I was one of those copies.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I have not been playing it since it's come back out, but I still have it. I still have the old version of it. I was not one of these people that
lost it,
was clamoring because I couldn't play it.
Right.
But I'm glad people can play that game. That's a quality beat 'em up game on a fun license. It's interesting. Like I bet it's an interesting story how the licensing goes on that game. Like why it went away and what all it had to take to bring it back.
Or really boring. It could
one of the two. It could go either way, really.
Yeah, it could be completely boring.
So wait, can you watch that documentary and tell us if it's any good or not?
I don't even remember which console I had this on, so it's sort of a moot point.
I remember having it on the PS3.
Yeah, I think I did. Is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure I had it on PS3.
Mm-hmm. Was it on Xbox or no?
No, maybe.
I can't. It's so without having physical copies of games, it loses that part of my brain that tells me what games on what console because I don't have the box art in my head.
Right. Oh my God! I just see there's a game here, Olympic table tennis on the Switch.
Oh wow!
It must be really good because it's $4.99. I'm thinking it's going to be really good. Let me just check it out real quick because
you should.
Oh my God, this is exciting.
I think you should just buy it.
Oh, it looks like hot trash.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
I think you still have to buy it.
Nope.
Where's your Switch at?
It's I don't know. I hid it from Ty and me. It's somewhere. I'll find. It's not lost, is what I'm saying. Like if I needed to get it, I remember looking for it because of that bird game.
Oh,
Wingspan.
Wingspan, yes. Mrs. Shipwreck's been playing some of that.
She like that?
She likes it. She tells me that I have to give it a shot, and I'm planning on it.
Why do you have to give it a shot? Too much work?
She just wants me to understand there's a lot of rules apparently. There's a long tutorial with that game. So I intend to give that game a shot as well.
I feel like it would be good for my mom because she loves birds and like it's probably like mentally stimulating. And I'm sure we could all use some mental stimulation.
I'll play some of it and let you know if it's for your mom or not.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep talking about my mom.
I like your mom.
Yeah.
She owns the game. My dad has a Switch and I got him to buy the game, go through the process of buying a Switch game. So she owns it, but she hasn't played it probably. What else?
Anything else on here that you think your mom would like?
What's Ping Redo? Is that another table tennis game? Probably not.
Probably. I think they just put out all kinds of table tennis games for the Switch now.
Yeah, it's very popular. It's like it has a whole section on the store, pong games.
The table tennis console.
No, ping pong.
Ping pong, sorry. Excuse me.
So is Super Mash. That's also a ping pong game.
Right. Hitman 3.
And so is watch me stream my mental breakdown.
What is
Oh, that's
that?
PC. Sorry.
That sounds good.
That was on
I want to
PC.
play that game.
I was too far down the list.
Right. Is that it for our new releases?
That's it for new releases.
Yeah,
really, I'm sure
It's too early in the year.
some of these games might be good. I feel
We'll find out.
I feel like I know what Down in Bermuda is. Is that on Game Pass or something?
I don't know. I know that Donut County came out on Game Pass today. And I know that if you haven't played that game, you probably should because it's a lot of fun. It's like a 3-hour game. Totally worth your time.
Which game was that?
Donut County came
Okay.
out today on Game Pass.
Nice. Thank you for the heads up on that. I know
Yes,
you
that
mentioned
game
it.
is adorable and worth your time.
I've been waiting for an opportunity to easily play this without paying for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, totally.
Paid off all that.
Mm-hmm. Waiting
dedication.
around.
Yes. Anything else?
No,
No.
no, no,
No.
no.
All right. Let's move on to Wombat's Fortnightly News.
Sure.
Did everybody read the New York Times article that people got upset about? All the
No.
people with no kids got upset about?
No.
Right. It was a totally okay article which interviewed parents about the situation that they face with their children spending so much time on screens because it's a pandemic. And everybody recognizes that there's not a lot of options because
Pandemic.
can't really go anywhere. But even still, parents are concerned because parents' job
Are
is to
parents?
be concerned for the
'Cause
welfare
parents are
of their
parents?
children.
Yeah.
And parents are going to be concerned. So they interviewed a couple families, including the children, about these concerns. And they had some interviews with some doctors who also were concerned. And that was the article. And people did not like that article. They flipped out about every part of it. A big complaint was, oh my God, that 14-year-old just got shamed publicly for playing too much Xbox. Like, I mean, it's totally possible that the parents are crazy and they decided to do an interview with about their family, including their 14-year-old kid, without getting the kid's permission, and said, hey, you have to, or said, you got to do this interview with the New York Times and give them quotes and sit for pictures. Otherwise, we're not giving you dinner. Or like that
We're going
is
to cut off the
possible.
Xbox.
Right. I mean, that's that.
Do this interview, or we're going to take away your Xbox.
Right. I mean, that is possible. That is possible. Now, is that probable? Do they say that in the article? No. My guess is, knowing that I have a 13-year-old, I can't make him be in an interview for the New York Times. If he doesn't want to talk to the reporter, he's not going to talk to the reporter. I mean, I can make him, but we're not all crazy people. So people just assumed that was a thing. Like the kid just was forced into it and was being shamed, even though he's quoted in the article and interviewed. And then the other thing was that the article says that video games are addictive, or making some sort of statement, which that's not what the article is about. It's about worried parents. And there are a lot of worried parents out there. You can't, that's a thing. Anyway, it bugged me mostly because it was like fake outrage about something that, yeah, I get, we all love video games. It wasn't like, we don't need to come to the crazy defense of anytime something might cast a negative look on video games. Let's all just breathe a little and read the article even. That's good too. If you're good, before you get upset, or don't read the article and don't get upset. That's all.
That's what I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah, that's great. That's like a great option. But if you're gonna get upset, read the article and maybe see if it applies to you. That's all. That's all. I think we would just have everybody would be a lot happier if we just relaxed a little bit and got outraged about things that were worth getting outraged about. And
Think of how good all these kids are going to be at video games.
right, but think how bad their grades are going to be. And how bad their social skills are. Yeah. And in the article they said the parents all right, we had to limit his Xbox time during the week. That's what we came up with. It's not like the parents were threw their hands up and we couldn't figure out what to do. Let's just talk to the New York Times. It's affecting the kids' grades most likely.
Oddly enough, when I can't figure out what to do with anything,
Yes.
I call the New York Times.
Well, they'd probably be not answering your call, I would imagine.
I've been in like 5 editorials. What are you talking about?
But they answer your call and help you?
Yeah, it's like, how
Is
do
it
I
the
fix this? They're like, well, you just need to go downstairs and flip the switch on the fuse box. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, we just wrote 300 words on it.
That could be a good subscription service for them, like an upsell on their current digital subscription, like a hotline where you call them for just tips. Anyway, the article was fine. That's all I'm saying. And I know I'm going to get like... Don't tell me that video games aren't addictive. Like, don't even start with that.
It would be terrible if they weren't.
I mean,
why would you play them then?
Right. Like, and why are they hiring like, psychologists to work on the games and make them, because to not make them addictive? Like, make sure you don't make these games too addictive now. Anyway, enough about that. We talked about Hitman.
Wombat wants to talk about Predator.
Oh, the Predator came out for Fortnite today. It is fortnightly news.
I know it is. We should have led with this. I didn't
I
realize
know.
we had
Well,
such
you
big
went
news.
right into your New York Times thing. The Predator came out for Fortnite today. I did all the Predator challenges before the show.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I have the Predator now. He does predatory things.
Does he have any cool like predatory like effects, like HUD effects?
Yeah, not so much HUD effects, but when he has the helmet on, because you could take the helmet off if you want.
Mm-hmm.
When he has the helmet on and you do you pull the left trigger to zoom in a little bit.
Yeah.
You see a little red light come out of the helmet.
Mm.
Little.
I want
laser
like
scope.
weird shapes. Mostly
Yeah, it doesn't do the
triangles.
weird shapes. It doesn't do like the thermal vision
Yeah, that'd be
because that
cool.
would just be too. That would be too much for one character because they don't really do.
No,
that.
I mean they could just make it like an effect, not like that actually helps you, but like it's
it would be
cosmetic
cool
somehow.
if they had a character where the whole HUD changed. And you know what? That's not a bad idea. Like just like your little inventory was in different fonts and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that totally could work in that game. I'm surprised they don't do that.
I'm smart about games.
Yep, they might do that in time with someone else. The Terminator's supposed to come out in like a week or so.
Of course he
Nice.
is.
Yeah.
Why not? They know. I
Him
mean,
and Predator just make the rounds. Yeah.
they figure like they've cleaned out all the money that they could from like the 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds. Let's move on to the 40-year-olds.
And they're doing a good job. Although he came with the season pass, so I already paid for it, with the season pass. I also hit level 100 this week. So I finished out my Mandalorian. He's all set now. I got the Baby Yoda.
Mazel tov.
Yes. So
We did it.
I'm pretty happy about that.
Right. Great.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
I finished off Call of the Sea. I know Wombat played through that. In
Yep.
one-
It's a
one
fun
sitting.
game, right?
It took me, I don't know, like 4 or 5 sittings because I was playing an hour at a time or so. It is a fun game. I mentioned it last week. It's too slow. Person moves too slow.
Mhm.
Literally
she's-
too slow. It's
Yeah,
like,
she
the
just-
game is literally too slow.
It's just there's a lot of like the environments.
It's a
are
lot
really-
of empty space for no
yeah. There's a lot of
reason.
empty space. The environments are nice to look at, but I could look at them moving a lot faster still.
Right.
Um,
What
But-
if they had like a scooter as DLC?
yeah,
Well, the game's only 5 hours long, so
yeah. Without like, it would be. I wonder if they made her move so slow because they knew the game was short.
Psst, don't wonder.
Because the game's good, but like it would seriously be 2.5 hours long.
yeah, if she moved faster.
if she moved faster.
Especially on that third level with the cruise ship.
Psst, they know. They know.
Yeah.
They just dialed back. Like, they dialed back. How long do you want this game to be? We're just going to adjust it by how slow she walks.
It's a dial, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that twist ending coming?
I don't know what I.
She had no legs.
I'm gonna try to also. I'll try to make this as vague as possible for the end decision.
Yes. Okay.
Did you go with stay or go?
Oh, I went go. Wait, or stay. What do you mean?
I know. Wait.
Blue, no, red.
Blue, red, man or no man?
No Man.
No man.
Good choice.
Yeah, it's a fine game. It goes some weird directions. Uh,
Does.
it's a game you get done playing and you're like, all right, I wonder why they wrote that. Like, like what? Worth playing though. Worth playing.
Yep.
I also started. I'm just playing Wombat's Greatest Hits right now. I started playing Immortals: Phoenix Rising.
Nice.
And
It's a poor man's Zelda.
it is a poor man's Zelda.
It is a it. I like it enough, but at the same time, I'm like, gosh, they just copied Zelda. Like it's blatant what they did here, and the characters like you don't get it's the Legend of Frank scenario, right? You don't have the lore of like the Zelda and the Zelda music, although they do rip off Zelda music in this as well. So some of those little lyre or harp tunes, those are almost note for note Zelda tunes.
How far along are you?
I'm past the title screen, so
Okay.
I'm 2.5 hours in, something along those lines. It's really it's good. It's just I wasn't expecting the corny dialogue. Like,
Oh yeah, that's like the thing of the game.
yeah, I was
I will
not
say this
expecting
much: when the corny dialogue kind of goes away for a while, and then it's a lot. There's less of it. Like it still shows up later in the game, but there are bigger spaces without it.
They space out the corniness.
Mm. In the
It's-
beginning, like the first
yeah.
3 hours or so, there's way too much of it.
There's a lot of exposition
Yeah.
in the first 2.5 hours that I've played, but a lot of it too is like they're giving me stuff like a nonstop clip too. Like where in Zelda, like you're like, oh, okay, I gotta go over here, and then I get like my bow and arrow, and I get my sword. Like maybe like I get my sword first, obviously, but then like an hour later, maybe I get my shield. Like this is just like, okay, here's your wings, here's your sword, here's your axe, here's your bow and arrow. Go have fun, I guess.
It's so video gamey, and
it-
not only is it so video gamey, it's a specific video gamey that they just
There's nothing wrong with that.
remade.
No, it's just so blatant. Like it,
Yeah.
But there are new swords and new axes and new bows and arrows to find.
yeah, it's just so much a carbon copy of
Mm-hmm.
Breath of the Wild. Like like I knew that going in, but it was like, oh god, no, really? Like
Even the circle
just,
meter.
right? Like
Mhm.
everything.
Isn't it a circle too?
No, it's like a half moon.
But that's what
Yeah.
the Zelda. Isn't that what Zelda was? Like a half. thing?
Zelda, I think it's a full circle.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, I'm going up here and I'm identifying all the stuff, and then I'm gonna glide down instead of with my parachute thing. I'm gonna use my wings to glide down, and oh, there's something in the water over there that's bubbling up. There's something down in the water. Then it's like, it feels like I've already played the game. Like I'm enjoying it enough, but it feels like a 7 to me, just because it's already been done.
But your weapons aren't going to break.
I didn't care about that in Zelda.
I did.
He doesn't want to be Frank Wombat. He doesn't want to.
That's
be Frank.
quite a bit of it. Is like I don't the whole Greek setting, Greek god setting. It doesn't do a ton for me.
Racist.
Yeah, I'm racist against Greek gods. Yes. It just feels like that combined with it being a carbon copy of Zelda, them just like taking a pre-existing mythology and throwing it on top of it, it seems really lazy.
But doesn't this prove the Legend of Frank theory? Somewhat.
Well, but everybody loves this game.
Did the critics love it? What's the meta? It didn't get it's not. I guarantee it doesn't have a fucking 98 on Metacritic.
Oh well, yeah, it's not
No,
not going to
it
get
has
to
like a
Zelda.
75.
Let's look it up.
Okay, well that's what it is. If it's
Yeah.
got a 75, that's what this game is. It's a, hey, do you want some not quite as good Breath of the Wild?
Right, but Is it not quite as good? What makes
That's
it not
the
quite as
question.
good? Just the license.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Legend of Frank.
I think
20
it
points.
doesn't have the magic. It doesn't have the magic. It's
But
not as
is there
freeform.
magic? Okay, there is some
Yeah,
magic there. I will admit there's some magic there.
There was a lot of more unique physics. Like this has the physics stuff, but it's not as like groundbreaking as what the Breath of the Wild was.
Fair enough.
But I'll play it. I was hoping I was not expecting it to just be so like a ripoff.
They just wanted to test my theory. After all these years, somebody wanted to test the theory, and they more or less proved it true. I mean, 20-point spread. I mean, big spread. Anything else besides the CAG bag?
I think that's
Well, if you're in the chat and you have any questions, now's your time to post it while I read this lone CAG bag question. This is from Do10 Hedron. I get it. It's a HelloFresh related question. My favorite types of questions. He says, Chibi, with only 3 of you, how do you handle a 4th person serving of HelloFresh? We are a 4-person family, but we run into a scenario where one of us is not home for dinner. With both parents counting calories, we try not to absorb that 4th serving split across 3. Just curious how you guys handle it. And he says, long-time listener, first-time call. I've enjoyed the entertainment of the show, and he's been doing 3 years of HelloFresh. Thanks to us. Keep up the great stuff. What we do is I have a lot of experience now making these meals, so I know what to do. Like, I know there's going to be a little too much broccoli, so I'm going to save that broccoli to make, like, an omelet some other time. Or I'm going to, like, probably not going to make this piece of chicken. Maybe I'll save it. Maybe this time it's just going to get, I'll cook it. Maybe I'll cook it. It really depends, like, if I have space enough to cook it or not as well. But it's worked. The 4th person scenario has worked out fine for us. And yeah, I try not to just eat the whole other portion myself. I try not to, but I don't always succeed. But there's stuff that you can just you can keep for leftovers.
I mean, if you are really interested in what Cheapy does, you should be watching his occasional Twitch streams where he actually shows you himself cooking his
struggling through.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, no, those are fun. Thank you, Wombat, for reminding me.
I know you should be plugging the thing that you've been doing though, like every other.
Well,
day.
This is like the beta to see like how hard it is to do, and like I haven't cut off any fingers yet. That was the key. I was very worried that I would.
That's a different sponsor, right?
I don't think they want us to cut the fingers off.
No, I don't think so either.
I mean, it does demonstrate how sharp the knives are, but it's not a great look. It's not one of those Netflix true crime series. Yeah, we've been doing that. People like those, and we let people vote on the meal that we make, and it gets very. Have you tuned in for any of the voting part?
No.
It's funny because people can vote, so they can you get a vote if you're in the chat, but if you have those points you get from watching the channel, you can buy more votes. So it always comes down to like the last 30 seconds of the poll, and it's always neck and neck until the very end, and it's very exciting to see which meal gets chosen. Even though we're going to wind up eating both of them anyway, it's just which one are we going to make first? So that's fun. That's on twitch.tv/cheapassgamer if you're still listening to the show only. And was there any questions in the chat? Oh, here we go. This is from Biscuit Eater 1245. He says, what are your guys' takes on the progressive downfall of the Call of Duty franchise, if anyone here plays those games? Activision stock seems to be doing okay. Didn't it reach an all-time high today?
Isn't it still the best-selling game of the year still?
I mean, I play Warzone almost every day. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, the game was still the best-selling game of the year, and that's not even including people who spent money on Warzone stuff.
Which must be making a fucking fortune. I can't even.
Yeah, I don't think there is any downfall of Call of Duty. Just because you don't like it anymore doesn't mean that Call of Duty isn't just as huge as it ever was.
My guess is he's referring to like something that's going on in the competitive multiplayer zone, because that's like always changing, and I don't know. I don't really.
Yeah, but that's
Just
not really a
Warzone. I'm
thing.
only doing Warzone now. I can like not pay money or just do the battle pass and pay $10 just to like support the game because
You've never done a battle pass for
I
Coles.
I have, of course I have. I'm on
You
one
did
right
a
now,
you did-
baby. I'm on it right now, baby.
What level are you?
I don't know that kind of information, but I could tell you that I paid them $10.
But you don't know what level you are?
69.
You gonna finish it?
No, I'll never finish it.
The battle pass.
I will play maybe a half hour to 45 minutes a day. Maybe.
I play Fortnite like 15 minutes a day when I'm just trying to churn out challenges. Sometimes I'll play longer with some of our show listeners.
And then how
like
much at night?
Darkness and ODX,
15 minutes during the
and-
day and how many hours at night?
Not maybe once or twice a week I'll play like an hour at night, but
Right.
usually not that much in order to like literally churn out the season pass. And the season doesn't end until mid-March, and I finished it this week.
Right.
So I think you can. I think you can pull it off.
I can't. I don't think I can because I've never even come close. And
I don't know how it works with
I
Call
think
of
they're
Duty, how-
they're probably they want you to spend more money.
Are they too stingy with
I
their battle pass?
Probably.
That's lame.
Probably. My guess is from my past experience, they make it reasonable for you to get like maybe half the price of the battle pass back in coins. And then you got
I got back everything. from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
battle
I'll
pass.
never get it all back, but maybe I could get like a couple hundo credits.
I got more back actually.
But
They
it's
give you, like,
good,
11.
and they add new maps. Like I've been playing Rebirth.
Predator.
No. I'm talking about Warzone.
No Predator. There's no Predator in that.
Rebirth solos. I won yesterday.
But can you play as the
On my-
Mandalorian?
No, but
How about can you wander around in the desert and then all of a sudden you actually hear the Mandalorian music out of your back rear speaker, and then you turn around and
I
there's
don't
the
want that.
Mandalorian?
I just want the addictive rush that only an internet-connected multiplayer game can provide to me. That's
Yeah.
totally not addictive. No, it's not addictive at all. Definitely not. A 47-year-old man being drawn to like some stupid ass battle royale game for like 4 years. No, it's not addictive.
it's-
The other one. What's the other one? Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I still pop
does.
in on that once in a while because like
Really?
it's fun. Like I don't know, I can still like if I just jump into quick play and like I'm not looking for like some big competitive thing. Like I get a rush from that.
Well, you know what? What was it? Sunday. I was trying to get some of these challenges done, and I played some solos in Fortnite just to pop it out. And even Laura gets into it. She'll sit next to me on the couch. And,
Don't you sweat when you play those games?
There's like when you get down to the
Why are
end
you
there.
laughing, Ship? What are you laughing about?
I don't know about sweating, but there's definitely like
Sweating.
there's tension. There's real.
No, I mean straight up sweating. You telling me your hands don't get sweaty when you're playing those games? When you get down to the top 10?
I don't know if my hands get sweaty per se, but there's definitely
do.
like the tension and the, you want to make sure that you're in the right spot and hiding, and obviously the rush of winning,
Hiding.
because I do win a lot.
And when you win, you go like, yeah, right? You stand up and you say, yeah, right? Out loud, right?
Oh my! The other day I came in third place, and Elliot was in the room.
Yeah.
And he told me that I was the worst, threw something at me, and stormed into his room. Because
You blew it!
Yeah, he got so into it, and I'm like,
Oh my god! But wait, but when you win, you don't jump up and go, yeah, or you do?
I don't know if I fully jump out of the seat, but I will go, yeah.
Okay, fine.
And I do
Out
save
loud,
my
like,
fair-
You verbalize it, right?
And I push that button on the Xbox thing to save the screenshot.
Okay, but you do verbalize it, right? That's the key
Yes.
part. Okay, so same thing, and I don't know that I have other games where that happens. Only battle royale games.
Only battle royale. So
Yeah.
if you win a round, it's pretty. Don't you watch the clips I put on the Twitter?
I do, but they don't make me go, yeah.
You should be going yeah when I win. Why
You
not?
put one up where you just chop down a bunch
Yeah,
of.
when I did, was that the funny? It was hysterical.
I don't get it. These battle royale games do absolutely nothing for me.
That's weird.
That's because you know what it is. It's twofold. One, you wouldn't like it. That's reason number one.
But that's not a reason. That's
And two,
that means,
and two, you've never really given it a fair chance.
No, I have. I've played these games.
No, but you haven't played a good one. You played like PUBG, and that was janky as shit when you played it.
I don't. But
Have
it
you
doesn't
played
do anything.
Warzone?
I
You've
played
ne-
Apex. I played Fortnite like once. It was enough.
See, that's just it. You say you played Fortnite once and that was enough. I don't know. I feel like in the right circumstances, obviously, I know everyone says this, but with the right people, you would have a lot of fun. That's all I'm saying.
I'd rather play a story-based game. This doesn't do anything for me.
That's interesting. It does a lot for me.
Me too. I get it. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I don't think there is a right or wrong. It's an opinion.
It's just
and
how it
everyone's-
affects me. I can't even affect it. I don't even have a choice. It's not even an opinion. Like I can't choose how the game affects me. Like when I get down, I mean, more so when I'm playing like solos, battle royale other than a group one. But like my heart is definitely beating faster. Like I can measure it on the Apple Watch. I know it's like I'm not imagining it. Like my heart is beating faster.
No,
my hands get sweaty.
there's
like,
that. I mean, the other thing that Fortnite does really well is their battle pass, where you want to get to that. You want that next thing. Oh, I need that backpack. I gotta get that backpack. I am 2 challenges away from getting that stupid backpack. I'm gonna play tonight, and I'm gonna get that backpack.
Right.
And it does that really well. And then you get the backpack, and then you're like, all right, now I gotta get this mask. I gotta get the mask. So
Wait, you're
Yeah.
talking about like getting the loot, like just to like
the battle pass stuff,
the cosmetic.
gear,
okay.
they do
I
a
don't care
really
about
good
that. Like,
job.
I don't care about that
because
at
it's the difference between a first person game and a third person game.
I just
too,
don't.
I think.
That part isn't exciting to me. It's the gameplay that's exciting to me. Like even like Overwatch, I get a similar adrenaline boost because it's more resembles a team sport. Where there's a clock and it can really come down to the wire, and you can make that great play that wins it for your team.
Well, in that case, also I have to give a shout out to the Fortnite dads. I play a lot with people that are listening to the show right now. I know Darkness, and I've played with Drew Brew and ODX and a bunch of guys. And when we play together, it's a lot of fun. Also because it's like we're shouting out things, and it's like,
Sure.
okay, yeah, I knocked that guy for 12 blue, and I've knocked that guy.
Oh,
for...
you use the lingo even?
Oh yeah, we're like shout like we're in the freaking military.
I want to do that with Warzone. Who's gonna be where the Warzone?
Oh yeah, I'm
dads?
like I'll carry small pots, you carry big pots. I'm carrying meds. Who's got materials? Oh,
Right.
it's like a whole thing. I'm down on AR ammo, but I could use small ammo. I'll give you my smalls.
Give you my smalls.
I'll give you my smalls.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's like a whole thing.
That's
like we're
cool.
nuts.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, and it's addictive. That's
And
the
it's
best part.
addictive.
We all love
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one you made me play? Didn't you make me play something, Wombat? You said I'd really like, and I had to give it a shot. And we played a couple rounds of it, and I hated it.
Oh, I'm sure that's something.
Apex?
I
Is that
guarantee
Apex?
there's.
I like-
Might
I
have
don't-
been Apex.
I can
Might have been
appreciate.
Apex.
I appreciate Apex Legends,
Oh no, that was Rainbow Siege.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Rainbow
yeah.
Siege.
That's a whole different. That's a different.
but that's more like Fortnite in that. I'm sorry, not
No,
Fortnite.
it's not.
It's more
That's
like
more like-
Overwatch. more like
yeah.
Overwatch in that it's. But to me, that less resembles a team situation
Yeah.
because
I don't know. I
don't
think
know.
Shipwreck.
could
I
be
think
wrong.
Shipwreck would like Fortnite in a
I think
small
you're
dose.
wrong. I think you're wrong.
I don't know.
I think I know what I like.
I agree with Shipwreck.
I know. I don't know.
I think he knows what
You
he
know
likes.
what it is? I think I want you to like it.
Right.
That's fine. I want
agree.
you to like a lot of stuff, but
yeah.
I that is never going to be the thing I sit down and devote my time to.
No, I would never expect you to. But I also wouldn't be surprised if I was on and said, "Hey, play around with Fortnite with me," and you played one round just to see what it was like.
No, I would hate that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I appreciate Apex. There's a lot of love for Apex in the chat. I appreciate Apex, but I don't have the time or interest in keeping up with the meta because you have all these characters that have their own unique abilities. It just adds more homework, like I feel. And I also don't. I like the actual gunplay feel of Warzone better. That's it.
I like
That's all.
the look of Warzone a lot. I like the look. I like the physics in Warzone. I think it's very cool.
I liked it when Call of Duty went to space. Are they back in space yet?
That was awesome.
That's the last one I've played.
That was so cool when you're shooting guys in like no gravity.
Yeah, that was the good one.
Mhm. That was cool.
That
That's
was
what
the
I'm looking for.
one with.
But everyone hated it. That was
Yeah,
the
everybody
one.
hated that one. It didn't make them any
Everyone
money.
hated it
but
except for the three of us, and they
Because the
never went
story
back to
mode was
space.
awesome. The story.
That was the
so
one where
good.
Cheapy accidentally spoiled the end
Yeah,
of the game when
I
he was
did.
discussing Rogue One, and he
yeah,
had to
yeah.
re-edit a whole episode.
Yeah, Yeah,
Mhm.
it was worth it because the game was really good. I mean, that was which one? What was that called? The Call of Duty one? Modern? No, that was Infinity Penis. Infinity Penis.
Yep. Modern Warfare. Give us your money.
It was Nolan North, I think, wasn't it the voice of the guy?
Isn't it always?
That's a good guess. Yeah.
He was good. No, but he wrote it. I think it was the voice actor like wrote it. Maybe I could be totally wrong. Scott something. Wombat, you know Scott.
Scott Stapp.
I don't know. We need
Yep. It was Scott Stapp.
We need a producer to like fact check us in real time. All right. I think we've reached the end of our rope.
We just spent 15 minutes talking about nothing.
That's our go-to move.
That's sort
right
of
there.
our MO. I understand.
Right. It was a slow week, you know.
It was. We did a good job, I think.
Just pat yourself on the back while the show's still going. Let's remind everybody that we record the CAGcast live Wednesday nights on Twitch, 9 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/cheapassgamer. And I'm also cooking things on there and sometimes playing games. Mostly Warzone, but not a lot of gaming per se. But we'll see. We have a Discord, discord.gg/CAG, where you can join Wombat's Fortnite Dads group and play with Wombat and yell all that lingo right in his ear.
It's fun.
Maybe teach him some new lingo.
I
Like,
love lingo.
you suck. Jerk. Maybe don't do that if you're going to join the dads. Dads don't want that.
No, the dads is a welcoming, safe space.
Safe. What else? Follow us on Twitter at GBD, at New Wombat, at Shipwreck, at Video Game Deals, of course. We're giving away Best Buy gift card right now. Go look at the pinned post. There's a game like do you know there's a game called Bravely Default?
Yep.
It's not Bravery.
Nope, it's Bravely Default. I've
It's
played some of that.
Bravely.
These are the games that I play.
It's
That's
been
not
around
even
for
a
long
word.
time. That's not a new game.
That's not a word. No, there's a
It's
new
not a
one,
new
Bravely
franchise.
Default 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out. Check out our pinned tweet on at Video Game Deals. And what else, Wombat?
Don't forget to go to feels.com/CAGcast to get 50% off your first order with free shipping.
You read that pretty fast, Wombat.
Well, you know, that's how I roll.
All right. Let's.
Oh, is that
what?
it?
No, what are you going to say?
I was gonna say, bread's done.
Wait, I got to raid somebody.
You can raid someone on your own time.
Fine. Okay. So if the bread is done, hold on. I got to stall while I type.
I guess the bread's not done.
No, wait. I think the bread is going to be done in about 8 seconds. 8 seconds till bread is done.
Bread's done.
No, that was only like 4 seconds.
That's close enough.